Hello everyone, I am Streetbackguy and consider this my submission video for Wretched devs. As far as I'm aware, it is a college project by a bunch of college kids doing game development, and it's very short, it's very straightforward, but I think it's pretty chill. So what we're going to do here is we're going to do a new save on the second slot, and this is important because of mouse movement. Because when you save and quit at certain points, your mouse will be near the center of the screen, and we're just going to skip that intro there of us arriving in town. And up there is the clock tower of the town hall. Very nice indeed. We're just going to gaze at it, even though we were talking about the fishing shop for some reason. Now we're just going to talk to this lovely shop owner. Immediately save and quit. And now load game and back into file number 2. And what that does is it avoids us having to walk all the way back to our camper van. And now we're going to use the fishing rod and lure that the fish shopkeeper gave us as a freebie, which is always very nice, always very nice. We don't need a tutorial. We are just going to go to this dock over here and we are going to do some absolutely amazing fishing. So, time for fish. And what I'm going to do here, oh hello friend, is I'm holding the right mouse button down right now, and what that does is it stalls the lure at the current depth. That fish got the lure stolen from him. Unlucky. Our goal here is to get 5 fish, and we will be coming back here shortly, and we will be aiming to get another 5 fish. And when you saw my screen flickering there, it's just to skip the dialogue a little bit quicker and get into the aim of the fishing rod a little bit faster. Who's gonna bite? Ideally, we want the bigger fish because they are worth a little bit more. But there is the risk that you can get the smaller fish, which you can just about see down there near the lure. They are worth less, but luckily we're getting bass, which is very nice. We can also get yellow salmon type things, but either of them are fine, honestly. Right, who's gonna bite? Alright, this is a small fish. Not worth as much, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast my rod again, because it means I don't have to organize my inventory for it. And there's quite a few bass over here, so maybe one of them will come biting. Yes, this one, very nice. Right, and now we save and quit again. Back into save file 2. And now we drive back to town. The aim of this game is to fish as much as you can to get some money, and then sell all of your fish to the shopkeeper at the fishing store in order to buy lure upgrades, in order to get more fish, more money, and eventually get the ultimate lure, which will let you get to the, well, the lowest depth you can get. Alright, so quickly I'm going to tab, items, change my lure, and then we are going to save and quit again, just to avoid us walking all the way back to the camper van. And we're going to drive to the lake. Now we're going to have to do a little bit of trekking, because we have to do a new fishing spot thanks to an event flag that is over on the other side of the lake. There's a warning there, no swimming, covered in blood. Don't worry about that. That guy over there, he's fine. He's having a good old day. He's having an absolute blast, I promise you. There aren't really any different fish at this fishing spot, but it's fine. We can go with what we want and start casting here. Don't worry about him. He's fine. He's just going for a swim. All right, now, it's going to be a small fish, so that is going to leave us a little bit low on money when it comes to the next section, probably. Not awful, it still gets us money at the end of the day, but ideally I would like a bigger fish, like one of these bass or one of those yellow salmon over there. It looks like I'm going to get a salmon. Or whatever this is, I don't know. I skipped the dialogue. Oh, it looks like it's a trout. Never mind, it's fine. Don't worry about those big things down there. We will never catch them. Also, hello bass, that was very quick. Thank you very much. You are going to struggle, aren't you? Right. The hook icon on the bottom right of the screen, that is a struggle meter. So when you have hooked a fish and you try to reel it back in, the fish will occasionally attempt to struggle to free itself, but hopefully we're going to rid ourselves of that by stooling our lure at a relatively low depth so we can avoid that. That one was alright, we've got enough for one more, that's fine. Hopefully we can avoid that by stalling at a decent depth. That salmon or trout looks like he is itching to bite. And he is. Fantastic. Welcome to the family. Cool. And now we save and load again. Good old traversal skipping. And we're going to sell this fish again. I'm going to check my dollar balance while I'm at the store. I should be good for the next couple of lures, but the lure after that, I might need to catch an extra fish. Because that was the last time we're going to catch 5 fish when we go to the lake. Next time we should be catching 3 on an optimal run, but we can get a few others just to be safe. That's probably going to be a little bit low. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's going to be a bit low. Alright. Now we are going to save and load again. Drive back to the lake. Now it's time to hunt for our 3 fish. Hopefully they're all big fish so I can make up the difference. But I guess we'll see. First things first, items. There we go. Thank you very much. We're going to go back to our starting dock because it's just easy to fish from here now that we've got the story beat. Also, hello, Mr. Waterman. And hopefully we get some decent bites here. Hopefully not a small fish. Very nice. A trout is very, very nice. It is struggling, but never mind. We got it. Those fish are over there having a swim. Okay, that's a small fish, so I'm going to catch a safety fish. Because I don't trust it. I messed up the dialogue skip there, but that's whatever. He was very fast. Welcome to the family, friend. You were raking good monies for me, hopefully. Don't mind him over there. He's fine. He's just watching our progress, you know. Right, we need one more. Thank you very much. That is perfect. Please do not struggle. Thank you very much. Alright, now we'll save and quit. Back to the camper van. And back to the fishing shop. For what should be the last time. Unless I've messed this up royally, in which case I may have to do another lake visit, but we shall see. Alright, some new stock. Right, so buy gear, 800. That is what we want. That is the last lure that we need, so that's absolutely perfect. And now save load again. But this time, what we are going to do is we are going to drive to the lake. We're not going to catch any fish this time, but we are going to wait by the camper van for a little bit because we have to wait for radio static to start. And you can tell it's the night that you should do this on because it's all blood red. That sign over there is a little bit bloody. Never mind, doesn't really matter. Unfortunately, this is the boring part of the run. We have to wait, I think, about a minute or so here. But once the static starts, we can just drive to town, and then we can go into interact with the shadowy, spooky man who was following us. Also, while I'm here, there we go. Nice. Okay. We have this lure attached. This is the lure that will get us all the way to the very bottom of the lake. Say hello to our protagonist, by the way. Got a cool nose ring. I forget what her name is. I don't know if it's even mentioned, but it's whatever. Alright, the static should be starting somewhat soon. Just gotta keep an ear out. Those bird tweets can't fool me. Alright, there it is. Alright, so 1 minute 20 is the wait there. I underestimated it by 20 seconds, but that's absolutely fine. Right, so now
93.5 The Car.
this radio message plays, but it doesn't matter. We're here to talk to this lad.
With their new
We are just going to leave. Main menu. Save quit. Don't even know if this part saves in time. Probably does, but whatevs. Anyway, now it's time to finish the game. We are going to drive to the lake, and we are going to veer off to the right a little bit until we can fish somewhat close to the glowing red circle that is on the lake. The lake you see over there. What we're going to do is just go out as far as we can. And now we wait for the ending. Thank God that rock had no collision. Pretty soon you will see the depth counter in the bottom left cap out at 99.99 depth. But trust me, it's going way further than that. To the ultimate of the wretched depths. And we will see a Lovecraftian horror down there. And when we lose control, that will be time. And we will know that when the screen starts shaking and the rod doesn't fall anymore. Also love the guts. There you go, the depth meter is maxed out. Pretty soon we'll see the eldritch horror down here. He'll start coming into view. Here he is, big boy. Alright, and that is time. A new PB for me in a submission video. Pretty good, I will take that. I will try and get a sub 11 if I can at some point, but that has been Wretched Depths. It's a very straightforward run, but generally a pretty fun run, I'd say. It's nice in small little bursts. There's no real RNG outside of fish RNG, but even then you can make up for it by catching one extra fish, maybe two if you're really unlucky, but most of the time that isn't the case. So we shall see, and we are going to skip this ending cutscene because I don't want to spoil you if you want to play this game casually. And then finally we get the credits with a beautiful guitar riff over it, but we're also going to skip those. Thank you guys very much. This has been Streetbackguy, and I hope this run has intrigued you. Peace out.